beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to today's Pick a Card reading. We are going to be taking a look at what your spirit guides need you to know right now. So you found this video for a reason. It was divinely given to you, and it's time for you to hear this message. So I've got 4 different tarot decks for you to choose from, and as we go through the reading selection, I will be playing a sound for those of you that like to choose your reading clairaudiently. So let's go ahead and jump into the reading selection. Alright, if you need more time, you can go down to the description box and hit the reading selection timestamp. We're going to begin with reading number 1, but all 4 readings will be timestamped in the description box as well. If you're interested in purchasing any of these decks, I'll have links to them, as well as a link to my free tarot course. So if you're interested in learning how to read tarot from me, then definitely check that out. So go ahead and find your timestamp, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you felt drawn to this tarot deck here, and this is the Dreamkeepers Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks that I own, and I'm obsessed with the artwork. So let's go ahead and jump into your reading to see what your spirit guides need you to know right now. So the spirit guides of group number 1, what do they need to know the most right now? Start there. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords, the Lovers reversed, the Two of Swords reversed, and on the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. This is definitely a sign for you to trust the path, trust your intuition. I feel like there's a decision that you're avoiding making because you don't fully trust your intuition. You don't fully trust your emotions in the matter at hand. So there's something that you are trying to avoid, you're trying to skip over, and it's just not working for you. You need to do it. You need to face it. You need to face it head on, and you need to claim your power and stand firm in the decisions that you're making. I definitely feel like the Queen of Swords is not somebody to shy away from making a big decision, and this is definitely something that would bring you to a really peaceful and loving and passionate place in your life. But if you're not choosing it, if you're not the one claiming that power, then I feel like you're just going to feel powerless no matter what. Like, either you feel powerless because you can't choose it, or you feel powerless because the universe chooses it for you and it's not what you actually want. wanted. So this feels like a definite call for you to just decide and move forward. Give yourself permission to choose the thing that's more passionate to you, the thing that's more lit up in your mind. What else do they need to know, Spirit? Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups, Four of Cups, with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it is absolutely time for you to claim your power, for you to feel and to take responsibility for the things that are unfolding in your life. And not to say, that you should take on the responsibility of like negative shit that's happening to you, but I feel like there's something really powerful in the process of claiming something, of claiming an energy and saying, I have the power to direct this. I have the ability and the willingness to influence my life in a positive direction. So there is something that is difficult that you need to walk away from. It looks like you're parting ways with maybe a version of yourself. I really like the depiction of this card. It kind of seems like you're just ready to separate, to split, and to move in a new direction, for you to move in a more positive direction ultimately, but at first it's going to be pretty hard. At first it may feel sad. It may feel sad for you to walk away from what you have spent so long practicing, but it's time. I mean, it is literally time for you to do this. And in that, you have all the resources that you need. It's like you're standing here in your little kitchen, and look at how many things you've got to put into what you're creating. Look at how many tools and extra fun ingredients that you can add into your path ahead. So this isn't a matter of you just taking it. This isn't a matter of you just laying down and allowing whatever happens to happen. You need to take charge in this situation and in your life. The Emperor is not one to just sit back and let other people rule whatever. This is about you taking charge and understanding that you are powerful enough to take charge. The Four of Cups kind of makes me feel like you've been thinking too much about this. And while it is important for you to plan correctly and to really focus on how you're ultimately going to feel about things, it's not important for you to stay there. It's not good for you to stay in the planning stage, because then you end up exerting all of your energy there and you are exhausted by the time it comes to actually take real action. So take a moment, take a breath, trust yourself, because you don't have to feel this powerless. You don't have to feel like it's impossible for you to make this decision. There are some things that you are and need to overcome, but it is possible. You have everything that you need to make a clear, concise, and purposeful decision for yourself. So that is what your guides want you to know right now, that they need you to know, is that you are powerful, you are worthy, and you are fully capable of changing the narrative, of shifting in a new direction and starting a new path for yourself. So I hope that you found this reading to be insightful and exactly what you needed to hear. I trust that Spirit will direct these readings to whoever needs to hear them whenever they need to hear them. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I love you. Blessed be. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this deck here, which is the Golden Wheel Tarot. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what your guides need you to know right now. Okay, so by feeling drawn to and choosing this tarot deck, Spirit guides for group number 2. What do they need to know the most right now? Okay, we'll start here. This deck totally, or this card totally flew away. There's a lot that you're processing. We've got the 8 of Swords reversed, Page of Wheels, the 5 of Swords. On the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Swords. I feel like you're doubting a new project. You're doubting, and you're afraid of failing or being taken advantage of in some new endeavor, some financial endeavor. Maybe it's just a creative project. Maybe it's something that is going to add more stability into your life. But there's a lot of fear there. And I feel like you're taking a pretty big risk, or maybe a leap, or just maybe it's not even that big, but it feels big in your body because it reminds you of a time where you did kind of fail, where or at least what you're considering to be a failure. And I feel like you're worrying so much about what could go wrong that you're not considering or giving yourself a chance to experience what could go right. So let's see what this is about. What else do they need to know? Yeah, you're doubting your intuition. It's like you feel intuitively drawn to make this journey forward, and you know that it's going to benefit you, and you also know that it's going to challenge you and maybe put you outside of your comfort zone. We've got the Tower on the bottom of the deck, so I definitely feel like it's going to change and it's going to shake up a lot of things in your life that you may not feel ready for. And that's okay. I definitely feel like your guides aren't trying to push you into the next stage of your life, but I do feel like they're asking you to challenge your emotions. They're asking you to challenge rather your beliefs about this situation, because right now you may be feeling very emotionally insecure to the point where it's really hard for you to trust your own intuition and to believe in your emotional guidance system. So I think that right now your guides aren't asking you to take a big leap of faith and just fully do a 180 and say, I'm going to trust myself completely. Because I think that that could have a little bit of a backfiring effect where you end up trusting yourself and making a lot of decisions at once, and then the universe doesn't catch up in time enough for you to say, oh, I'm confident in this. And then you end up regressing all the way back and saying, I told you so. Like, the universe proved me right. Like that kind of situation. And so I'm seeing this being a slow and steady journey. This new physical project that you're getting into, it is going to be important, especially here with the 3 of Wands. I feel like it's really liberating for you. It's something that's really powerful for you, and that also may add into why it's so terrifying for you. But go at it slowly, go at it purposefully, be very mindful about this journey. You don't have to rush through anything. And I feel like the more that you just take your time in it, the more that you ease yourself into this journey, the more fun that you're going to have. And also, I mean, this card really wants to come out. So we're going to take it. But the Tower, it's not really typically a quick process. Sometimes it is, but I feel like in your case that it's going to take a while for you to disassemble or break down what has resonated with you until this moment, because I feel like what is currently resonating is so foreign to you. It's like it's not even part of your picture yet. And so there's this feeling of struggle, and you don't want to rush through this process of like letting everything go, because then you run the risk of like bringing forth a bunch of baggage that really isn't necessary, or bringing forth a bunch of things that you are like perpetuating but no longer serve you. And so, definitely here with the Queen of Swords wanting to pop out so bad, I feel like this is a time for you to make clear decisions, stick to those decisions, and don't be afraid of your own mind. Don't be afraid of your belief systems. Just say, this served me at one point, it did its job, and now I'm ready for something new. And just let yourself create it. Let yourself create something new, because look at how refreshing this energy is. Look at him reaching forward and just basking in the sunlight and saying, that is mine. This is mine. This journey is mine, and I'm enjoying the process of it. Okay, so that's what your guides want you to know the most right now. And I feel like you should definitely feel proud of yourself for staying open enough to receive these messages, because I think that with how intense you're battling against your own mind, it can be hard to stay open. So congratulate yourself, for real. So thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful, and you like the way that I read tarot, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading. So thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Blessed be. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you felt drawn to this deck here, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is actually the first deck that I ever bought for myself. It definitely has a special place in my heart. So let's go ahead and see what your guides need you to know. So the spirit guides for the people that chose group number 3. What do you need them to know the most right now? All right, so we've got the 8 of Pentacles reversed, the High Priestess, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. We've also got the 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I definitely feel like right now you need to trust where you're at. You need to build roots to extend downwards where you're currently at. So building stability, practicing what you already know, working on feeling your feelings, and not trying to skip ahead, because I feel like that is a level of self-sabotage that you need to practice more with what you're already working on before moving to the next stage. It seems like you really need to be this beautiful spider here and just work on creating this masterpiece of a web. And that is definitely going to take some time. So trust where you're at and don't try to move beyond it. Be that really nice, sturdy energy that the High Priestess can offer. I feel like you're definitely in between worlds right now, and as you are transitioning, it's going to be important for you to just be where you're at and not force yourself to be ready for something that you're just truly not. All right. Okay. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, and the Sun coming out. You've got the 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck as well. So this is definitely, the wheel is turning. Things are changing. But I definitely feel like you need to create stability where you're at in the midst of these changes. Let the universe figure stuff out. Let the universe kind of direct you where to go and give you the people, places, and things as you move forward. Because if you try and skip ahead, if you try and jump forward, then I think that you'll be met with a lot of chaos and a lot of maybe potentially confusion about how to proceed forward. So, right now, it's just about being decisive about what you currently have. Embrace the now and embrace the happiness that you can build and attain through right now. It doesn't mean that you have to deny yourself of a future vision. It doesn't mean that you have to totally ignore making plans, setting goals, and those types of things. But I feel like there's something so powerful about embracing your now moment and seeing what you can fully do with that. It's a really healing experience, and I definitely feel like there's a lot for you to untangle in this moment. Okay, we've got the Mother of Pentacles and Justice. Yes. Okay, so things are definitely balancing out, especially with the Two of Wands. This is a time for you to really be tender with yourself, to nurture your environment, nurture who you are, nurture your inner child, and really work on being there for yourself as things are evening out, balancing out. You're receiving your karma, you're receiving, and I feel like it's good karma, but I feel like it's been a while, like it's been a long time coming. And so as circumstances sort of, become right, like the environment is right and ready for you to grow and change and shift, it's going to feel a little bit rocky. And so embrace the now. Embracing the now moment is what's going to give you stability and direction in terms of like what to do with all of this balanced energy, because maybe things have been quite unfair lately, and that's why you have a lot to untangle. So yeah, I mean, right now your guides are just saying focus on the now moment. What's yours is coming. Don't even doubt that. It's coming whether you like it or not. So just embrace right now, nurture yourself as best as you can. You listen to your intuition about things, embrace your emotions, and build your stability. Okay? Be very decisive about that. Create new routines, be brave, and face your emotions head on. So if you found this reading helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read tarot, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick-a-card reading. So yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to your intuition and choosing this pile. Blessed be. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. You felt drawn to this deck here, which is the Tarot of the Spirit. It's a very, very beautiful deck, and it's one of my favorites. I don't use it very often, but I definitely felt drawn to use it today. It's funny, I was actually going to only do 3 decks, but this one caught my eye, and it was like, nope, you got to put me in the video. So here we are. All right, so let's see what your spirit guides need you to know. So for the spirit guides of group number 4, what do they need to know the most right now? Okay. So we've got Temperance, the Devil, and the Two of Water, which would be the Two of Cups, Sacred Cord. Okay. This definitely feels like a call to end a connection. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, though it honestly is kind of feeling romantic. It could be a connection with yourself. It could be a connection to a toxic behavior that you've got going on, but it just really feels like it's time to end it for your own good. I do feel like this is going to take a lot of strength and a lot of determination here with the One of Wind, Dawn, on the bottom of the deck. It feels like you are kind of breaking free and having to physically and mentally choose that path for yourself. So this is something that has really kept you chained and kept you shut in for a very long time. So it is going to take some time to disassemble and create something new. There is definitely a lot of inner healing that needs to occur for this process to happen. So let's get some more clarity on this. This feels very, very big. What else do they need to know, Spirit? All reversed energy. Wow. So we've got the 4 of Earth, power, 9 of Fire, Eye of the Fire, and 8 of Fire, the lightning path. So I feel like this is about you not feeling powerful. The reason why this is such a big thing for you, the reason why this is such like a scary thing that is going to require a lot of courage on your part is because you do not feel powerful enough to break free. And it may not be within your scope of beliefs right now, and that's totally fine right now. I feel like it's definitely something that you need to work on and that you need to try with, but it's not something that you need to like fake it till you make it. I kind of feel like there's this sense of fear surrounding the past or potentially even what could be. It's like you're future tripping. You're afraid of taking on the responsibility of your own actions, you're afraid of the responsibility of taking responsibility for your own happiness and saying, this hasn't been providing for me and I need something new. You've got the 6 of wind on the bottom of the deck, which is clarity. So I really, yeah, wow, underneath that is death. And you've got the sun coming out. So this is absolutely a big and most likely painful transition for you. It is a big transformation that is giving you the clarity that you need. And with that, I actually feel like the beginning of it is you just having that clarity. It's you saying, I have this little voice in me that's saying I need to go this way, and I'm so scared I can't do it. And recognizing where you're at in your clarity is enough for you to get that momentum going. It's not enough for the whole journey, but in the beginning stage, it's okay if you acknowledge it, if you just acknowledge it at first. This is a really intense feeling, and I feel like it's really just about you choosing and making the clear and conscious decision to move in this direction. Because right now, all of this is just telling me that you're lacking your personal power, that you're afraid of being too flexible, that you're afraid of releasing control, that there is this fear of what could be, and that you don't want to take responsibility and set intention and goals for the future because of what could happen, because of those fears that you're holding on to. Let's see if there's anything else that Spirit needs you to know about this. We've got the 4 of water, the flood, and 9 of earth, the zenith, and on the bottom of the deck is the moon. So this is definitely a time for you to embrace the unknown. You don't have all the answers, and that is okay. It's okay to open that floodgate of emotion and peer into yourself and reflect. Allow yourself to pour into that space of unknown and give it a look, give it a try, and just see what's in there and see what kind of beauty you can gain from it, because there is something so powerful and so confident that's coming from this card here, and it feels like the second that you open that wall, the second that you let it go and you embrace the unknown and you give yourself permission to feel your feelings and have this really beautiful moment with temperance, that's where I feel like you're going to feel self-assured. That's where I feel like you're going to have this some kind of like a aha moment where you get a taste of your own personal power and you can't go back. You can't say no to it anymore. You can't squash it down or limit yourself or shrink yourself anymore. It's no longer an option for you. And so, in that, I understand it's scary, especially if you spent a long time shrinking yourself for the comfort of other people or the comfort of another situation. It can be scary to say, I don't know who I am in my power, and what if it's too much? What if there are things that leave my life? I'm sure that there will be things that leave your life, but it's for the best. So wow, you got a very intense message from Spirit. This is definitely for you, and I'm grateful that you stayed open enough to listen to all of these messages throughout the whole reading. Be proud of yourself for staying and listening. So if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read tarot, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading, and I love you all so much, and I thank you so much for being here. Trust yourself in this journey. I believe in you. You can absolutely do this. Blessed be.